All right, get ready, because today we're taking a deep dive into something that's, well, pretty buzzy.
Oh, I see what you did there.
But really, we're talking about wild bees. And,
Yeah.
most people think, ooh, bees, honey, but
Right.
there's so much more to them than that. We're
Absolutely.
going to uncover why these tiny creatures are, well, they're essential.
Yeah.
Not just for like our favorite foods, but for the whole planet, really.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, they really are the unsung heroes of, our ecosystems.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Did you know that wild bees are responsible for pollinating like a third of the food we eat?
Wait, a third?
Yeah, a third is huge.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than I would have guessed.
It is. It is. Everything from, I don't know, like the blueberries in your smoothie in the morning to
Yeah.
like, the apple in your lunch. I mean, it's wild.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's not even just about the food.
Yeah.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Wild bees play like a vital role in keeping keeping biodiversity going, you
Yeah.
know?
They pollinate just tons of wild plants, which, then obviously those plants provide a habitat and food for a bunch of other animals, and,
Yeah.
it's all connected, right?
Yeah, so they're like these little, I don't know,
Yeah,
like connectors that are keeping the whole system running.
exactly, like a well-oiled machine,
Mhm.
And it's fascinating because you can think about it even on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Like one specific example,
Hmm.
like the rusty-patched bumblebee.
Okay.
Have you heard of that one?
The rusty-patched bumblebee? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Well, they have this relationship with this wildflower
Okay.
called the blazing star wildflower.
Yeah.
And basically the bumblebee has evolved to be able to extract pollen from these deep, narrow flowers
Oh, wow.
using this technique called buzz pollination.
Buzz pollination.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
But basically without that bumblebee, the blazing star wildflower, it can't really reproduce. Whoa.
Very well. And so, then that declines, and then that can impact, other species
Wow.
that rely on that flower, for food or shelter.
Yeah, I never thought about it on such a small scale like that.
It's fascinating.
Wow. But, this all sounds great.
Yeah.
But I have to wonder, with all this interconnectedness and stuff, what kind of threats are these bees facing?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, a lot.
Yeah.
Habitat loss is a major one.
Okay.
Obviously, as, areas are converted for agriculture development. Bees, they're losing places to, forage and nest.
Right.
And then there's, the pesticide use.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big one, especially like these neonicotinoids. I don't know if you've heard of those.
I've heard of them, but I don't know much about them.
Yeah, they're really widely used
Okay.
in agriculture, and they've been linked to bee decline.
Okay. And how do they cause that?
Well, they can impair bees' navigation, their memory, foraging behavior,
Mm-hmm.
and then ultimately that leads to colony collapse.
Colony collapse. That sounds serious.
It is. It's pretty devastating.
So is there anything we can do? With all these threats and
Yeah.
what can we do to help?
Yeah, well, there are definitely things.
Okay.
And it all starts with making our spaces more bee friendly.
Well,
Planting native wildflowers, flowering herbs in our gardens, yards.
mm-hmm.
That can provide, really crucial foraging resources
Right.
for the bees. It's like,
Like making a buffet for them.
exactly, you got it. Yeah. But it's not just about planting, you can reduce or eliminate pesticide use in your own garden. You
Well.
can support organic farming
Yeah.
practices,
Yeah.
and that can make a big difference.
So, our choices can actually have an impact.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Even something like, going to the grocery store and buying organic produce,
Okay.
that can send a message to the farmers that we support, sustainable and bee-friendly practices.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Yeah. And then you can even, if you want to get really creative, you can even build bee hotels.
Bee hotels. I've seen those. They're like those little
Yeah, they're great.
apartment complexes for bees.
Exactly. And they're pretty easy to make, and they provide, nesting sites for the solitary bees.
Oh, wow. So, it sounds like there's actually a lot that we can do.
Yeah.
Planting flowers,
Yeah.
ditching the pesticides, supporting organic, building these bee hotels.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, it kind of feels good that that we can do something.
Yeah, exactly. Every
Yeah.
little bit helps. Every action, no matter how small,
Yeah.
contributes to a better future, really.
It's It's amazing to think that just doing something small, like even just planting a flower,
Yeah.
can make such a big difference. So I guess the big question is, what small step will you take to
Yeah.
help
Exactly.
to protect these, tiny heroes?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
What are you going to do
Yeah.
in your own life
Yeah.
to make a difference?
Think about it.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's our deep dive on wild bees. Hopefully now you know a little bit more about these fascinating creatures and just how important they are.
Yeah, and how you can help.
Yeah, and what you can do to help.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time.
See ya.